What is up? It is March Madness season. It is March, and we got our brackets ready to go. I'm Ben Collins. This is Connor Steffens, and we are going to give you our picks. And we're going to go quick. Starting off, we got Duke versus Siena. Give me Duke.
Yeah, give me Duke.
All right. We have Ohio State taking on TCU. This is the first game. It starts here in about a half hour. Give me the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah, give me the Buckeyes. I think they can challenge Duke in round number 2 as well.
Absolutely. Next, moving on, we got St. John's versus Northern Iowa. Give me the Big East champions of St. John's to get the win.
Give me the Johnnies. St. John's to the Sweet 16.
The Johnnies, let's do it. Moving on, we got Kansas versus California Baptist. First upset, give me Cal Baptist. Kansas has one of the best players in the country, but they don't have anything else. They kind of stink. Give me Cal Baptist.
I was kind of torn on this one, but I am gonna go with Kansas.
Oh, wow. This guy's
I'm sorry.
terrible. Moving on, we got Louisville versus South Florida. Another upset. South Florida Bulls get the win.
Yes, this is my first upset. Give me South Florida.
All right, moving on. Michigan State versus North Dakota State. This is not football. Give me Michigan State.
Oh, no, you're underestimating North Dakota State. I think there's a chance for the 14th/3 here, but it's not going to happen. Give me Michigan
there's
State.
not. Moving on, we got UCLA versus Central Florida. Florida theme, keep it rolling. Central Florida pulls the upset on UCLA.
No, I love the guard play at UCLA. I'm going to take the Bruins to go to round 32.
Of course you do. Moving on, we have UConn versus Furman. Furman pulled the upset the last time they were in the tournament on Virginia. They're not beating UConn. Give me UConn to win this game.
You know, give me Dan Hurley and the boys. Go
Dan
Huskies.
Hurley and the boys. Moving on, we got Florida versus Prairie View A&M. Give me the reigning national champs, the Florida Gators.
16/1 upset. I'm just joking. Give me Florida.
I'm about to say, you're crazy. Moving on, Clemson versus Iowa. This is a tough one, but give me Iowa. Go Big Ten.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Clemson here. Two very similar styles, but I like the way Clemson plays more.
This one could go either way. No complaints there. Moving on, Vanderbilt versus McNeese. Vanderbilt made one heck of a run. They are one of the hottest teams in the country. Give me Vanderbilt.
Yeah, McNeese made the 12-5 upset last year. But
Yes, they did.
Vanderbilt's too good of a team in that 5 spot. Give me the Commodores.
Moving on, Nebraska versus Troy. Nebraska has never won an NCAA tournament game. Give me the Nebraska Cornhuskers to get their first win.
Yeah, it's going to change. No, they've been slipping a little bit as the year's gone on, but give me the Cornhuskers.
Moving on, the North Carolina Tar Heels versus Virginia Commonwealth. North Carolina's best player is out. Give me VCU to pull the upset.
I will also take VCU here to pull the 11/6.
Moving on, Illinois versus Penn. I know we're in Pennsylvania. Penn is known for their academics, not for their basketball. Give me Illinois.
Yeah, give me Illinois, but shout out Frank McCaffrey and TJ Power at Penn.
Sure. Moving on, St. Mary's versus Texas A&M. Sorry, Rob Doyle. Give me St. Mary's.
I love the SEC, but give me St. Mary's.
Ooh, moving on, we got Houston, the reigning national runner-up, taking on Idaho. If we were playing for potatoes, I'd like Idaho. But we're playing for a national championship. Give me Houston.
Yeah, give me Houston. Great defense.
Moving on, Arizona versus Long Island. Give me Arizona, one of the best teams in the country, to get the win.
Hey, fins up, but give me Arizona.
Fins up, okay. Moving on, Villanova versus Utah State. Villanova is one of those teams, whenever they make the tournament, they make some noise. Not this year. Utah State gets the win.
Utah State, led by former Youngstown State head coach Jared Calhoun.
Yeah.
Give me the Aggies.
Jared Calhoun for the dub. We got Wisconsin and High Point. This is another tough one, but go Big Ten. Give me the Wisconsin Badgers.
Notice I'm going to take my first 12-5 here. We're going to go high point in that high-powered offense.
Yeah, 30-4. They do have a high-powered offense. Moving on, Arkansas, the SEC champs, taking on Hawaii. Give me Arkansas to get the win.
Yeah, it won't even be close. Give me the Razorbacks.
Moving on, we got BYU versus Texas. This is my first upset in this bracket. Give me Texas to beat BYU.
I was torn on this one, but they say you should take one team from the first 4.
Yes, they should.
And I think the best one here is Texas. Give me the Longhorns.
I agree. Moving on, we got Gonzaga versus Kennesaw State. Gonzaga still looking for their first national championship. They're here every year. They're going to get this first-round win. They beat Kennesaw State.
You know, I rebuilt Kennesaw State in College Football 26, but this isn't the gridiron and this isn't a video game. Give me Gonzaga.
Yes. Moving on, we got Miami versus Missouri. I really like this Missouri team. Give me Mizzou for the upset.
I do as well. I'll take Mizzou. Basically a home game for them in St. Louis. I'll take the 10/7.
Moving on, we got Purdue versus Queens, North Carolina, not Queens, New York. If it was Queens, New York, I'd give them a run for their money. But it's North Carolina. Give me Purdue.
Yeah, Purdue always susceptible to that, high-low seed upset, but I like the Boilers in this one.
Moving on, we got Michigan versus Howard. Howard looking for a big win here. They're not going to get it against Michigan. Give me the Wolverines.
Give me Michigan and the Axel Lindenberg.
Moving on, we got Georgia versus St. Louis. I really like the St. Louis team. They've been nationally ranked for most of the year. Give me St. Louis.
Yeah, I'll also take St. Louis. Always hard for me to root against the SEC, but I like the Billikens here.
Moving on, we got Texas Tech versus Akron. This is going to be my first 12-5 upset of the tournament. Give me Akron, the rubber capital of the world, to beat Texas Tech.
And this is going to be my second 12-5 upset of the tournament. I'm going to take the Zips.
Moving on, we got Alabama versus Hofstra. Alabama's best player got arrested just a couple days ago. He will not be playing. Give me the Flying Dutchman.
I still think Alabama's very good, minus Aiden Holloway. I don't think Hofstra is going to be good enough to keep up with the athleticism. I'll take the Crimson Tide in this one.
All right, moving on, we got Tennessee versus Miami, the Cinderella story, the one-loss team. Their Cinderella's coming to an end. Give me the Vols. Rocky Top, baby.
Yeah, I think this is a weird spot for them to fall in that 11-6 line, but I'm going to take Tennessee.
Moving on, we got Virginia taking on Wright State. Give me Virginia.
Yeah, I'll also take the Cavaliers.
Moving on from there, Kentucky versus Santa Clara. Your Kentucky Wildcats. I see them losing to Santa Clara. Give me Santa Clara to get the upset.
No, I just don't see it happening. Outside of, as unbiased as I could be here, I think Santa Clara, they rebound the basketball well, but I think Kentucky's going to be too good offensively.
Moving on from there, the last game of the first round, Iowa State versus Tennessee State. Give me the Cyclones.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Cyclones. No explanation there.
Moving on to the round of 32, we have Duke taking on Ohio State. I love my Buckeyes. Duke too powerful. Give me Duke.
Yeah, I think Ohio State has the better guard play in this game, but who's going to stop Cam Boozer? Nobody. Give me Duke.
Moving on, St. John's versus Cal Baptist. St. John's has been on a roll. Cal Baptist not going to have enough. Give me St. John's.
Yeah, I have St. John's in Kansas, but I have the same result. Give me St. John's.
Moving on, South Florida versus Michigan State. I really like this Michigan State team against South Florida. I like this good matchup here, but give me Michigan State.
Yeah, I think the only thing that could hurt Michigan State here is the up-tempo from South Florida. Michigan State turns the ball over a lot, but I still think they're good enough to get to the Sweet 16.
Moving on from there, Central Florida versus UConn. UConn is a basketball powerhouse. Give me UConn to beat Central Florida.
I had UCLA, UConn. I think this is actually a very good matchup for UCLA, but the star power is not there. I'll take UConn.
Moving on, Florida versus Iowa. The reigning national champions taking on Iowa. Give me the Gators.
Yeah, I had Florida and Clemson, but I had the same result. Give me the Gators going to the Sweet 16.
Moving on, Vanderbilt versus Nebraska. Vanderbilt has been on a heck of a run. So is Nebraska. This is a very good game. Very excited for this game, should it happen. But give me Vanderbilt.
Yeah, Nebraska's been very up and down against ranked teams this season. I think Vanderbilt's just going to be too good for them to handle. Give me the Commodores.
Moving on, we got Virginia Commonwealth VCU taking on Illinois. I like another upset here. Give me VCU to the Sweet 16.
I'm the opposite of you. I think Illinois is back. They're fully healthy now. I think this is a very good team with Final Four potential. I'm going to take them here to go to the Sweet 16.
All right, we got St. Mary's versus Houston. I really like this Houston team. I think they beat St. Mary's pretty handily and move on.
I like the opposite. I think this is going to be a very low-scoring game. Both these teams are great defensive teams. I think Houston wins this game by double digits, but it's not going to be as high-scoring as you think.
Never said high scoring. I said it's going to be Houston winning handily.
Well, same thing.
No, it's not. Moving on, Arizona versus Utah State. I really like Arizona here to beat Utah State and get the win.
Yeah, I do as well. No explanation there. If you're Arizona, you can't beat Long Island, and the 8 or the 9, you don't deserve to be here.
Absolutely. Moving on, we got Wisconsin versus Arkansas. This is probably the number one circled game for the second round. Should this happen, give me Arkansas.
I have High Point in Arkansas here. If this game happens, slam the over. But I love Arkansas. John Calipari, I miss you.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Moving on, we got Texas versus Gonzaga. I really like Gonzaga here. I think the Zags get it done.
I do as well. I think Gonzaga gets it done here. And horns down.
Yeah, horns down. There might be people surrounding the building right now for that.
That's okay.
Moving on, we got Missouri versus Purdue, the Big Ten champs. Give me Purdue.
I agree. Give me Purdue.
All right. Michigan versus St. Louis. St. Louis, I really like this team, but Michigan's just the better team here. Give me the Wolverines.
Yeah, this is an unfortunate place for them to lie. All these 1 seeds are very good. Give me Michigan here.
Moving on, Akron versus Hofstra, a big battle of upsets here, a battle of low seeds. Give me the Akron Zips to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, I have Akron, Alabama, but I think this is where Aiden Holloway being suspended is going to hurt Alabama. Give me Akron to the Sweet 16.
And moving on from there, Tennessee versus Virginia. Give me Tennessee to pull the upset on Virginia.
Yeah, I agree. I have not really impressed by Virginia. I like, my SEC bias.
Yeah.
Give me Tennessee to the Sweet 16.
Rocky Top. And moving on from there, Santa Clara versus Iowa State. I have Iowa State.
I have Kentucky and Iowa State. I think it's going to be the same result. Give me Iowa State, but I do think Kentucky has the firepower to hang in this game.
All right, the Sweet 16. Moving on, Duke versus St. John's. This is going to be one heck of a ball game. But give me the Blue Devils.
Yeah, I agree. Give me Duke. St. John's doesn't have the shooting to last here in March. I think Duke is going to win this one a lot more easily than you think.
Moving on from there, Michigan State and UConn. This is another very good game. I think UConn's just a better basketball team. Give me the Huskies.
I disagree. I like the guard play at UConn better. So it's solo ball for UConn. For Michigan State, you got Jeremy Fears Jr., you got Carson Cooper and Jackson Kohler in the bigs. Don't know who's going to be able to handle that. I like Michigan State to lead 8.
All right, Florida versus Vanderbilt, battle of SEC opponents here. They met already once in the tournament. I do believe in the SEC tournament, Vanderbilt getting the win. I don't see it this time. Give me Florida.
I do see it again this time.
Really?
I think Vanderbilt, their offense is going to be too much for Florida to handle. Florida doesn't shoot the basketball very well. The one thing they do have over Vanderbilt is that they rebound the basketball very well. But I think Vanderbilt exposed a few holes in that SEC tournament, and I think they get it done again, go to the Elite 8.
Moving on, VCU versus Houston. Give me Houston.
Yeah, I have Illinois and Houston. I think this has the potential to be a very good ball game, but I think Houston's just too good.
All right, moving on from there. We got Arizona versus Arkansas. This is where I see the first 1 seed going down. Give me the Razorbacks to upset Arizona and move on to the Elite 8.
I disagree. I think Arizona's pretty good defensively. I don't think Arkansas does a good job defending the basketball. I think that's two very high-powered offenses, but one defense is significantly better than the other. I think Arizona wins this one.
But remember what you said. Throw everything that you just said out the window in March. Anything can happen.
Defense always travels in March.
No, it doesn't. Moving on, Gonzaga versus Purdue. Give me Gonzaga to get this win over Purdue.
I agree. Give me Gonzaga. Too much size, too much talent.
Moving on, Michigan versus Akron. This is a game where I think Akron's gonna be done. Give me Michigan.
Yeah, and I don't think this is a game that would be relatively close either.
No, not even
Give
close.
me Michigan.
Tennessee versus Iowa State. I like this Tennessee team. I don't like them enough. Give me Iowa State.
Yeah, I agree. I like Iowa State. All the experience on that side, the defense, the shooting. I think they're going to the Elite 8.
Now to the Elite 8. Duke versus UConn. This is a phenomenal game on paper, but give me Duke. I really love this Duke team.
Yeah, no, I have Duke and Michigan State. Again, like you just said, I think this is also a phenomenal game on paper. I think these two teams actually played each other in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Duke has too much talent. Michigan State has the firepower to stay in this game, but I don't think they will. Give me Duke.
Florida versus Houston. A rematch of the national championship from a year ago. Houston is hungry. They're out for blood. They know they can win this game. They were so close last year. Give me Houston.
Now, I have Vandy and Houston, but I think it's going to be the same thing. Neither one of these teams has what it takes to keep up with Houston. You're not going to be able to outscore them. They defend the ball very well, and I think that's going to send them back to the Final Four.
Moving on, Arkansas versus Gonzaga. About was 3 versus 4 here. Give me Arkansas.
No, I had Arizona, Gonzaga, and I really like this Arizona team. I think this is the best team I've seen all season, top to bottom, most complete team I've seen. Ran through the Big 12, and I think the Wildcats are heading to the Final Four.
Moving on from that, Michigan versus Iowa State. I mentioned how much I like this Iowa State team. I don't like them enough against Michigan. As much as I hate Michigan, give me the Wolverines.
Yeah, and I really like Michigan here. I think Michigan has been the second best team in the country all year.
Yeah,
and
pretty
it's
much.
Kind of unfortunate they're going to have to run into each other in the Final Four
What are you
in my
gonna do?
bracket. But, yeah, give me the Wolverines to the Final Four.
And now to the Final Four. The Final Four teams taking place on April the 4th in Indianapolis. Duke versus Houston. I mentioned how much I like this Duke team, but there's one thing that's keeping me from picking Duke, and that is how much I hate Christian Laettner. Give me Houston to win this game.
Yeah, I had the same matchup, but I've raved about how good this Houston team is defensively. But you got to remember this is a rematch from the Final Four last season, or the Elite 8. Can't remember, one of those late rounds. I think John Shire has it out for Houston again this time, and I think that fire and that want for revenge, I think is going to be enough. Give me Duke to the national championship.
Give me Arkansas versus Michigan. Arkansas and Michigan, this is another good game that I have here on paper. I love this Arkansas team, but this Michigan team just too good. Give me the Wolverines.
Yeah, I have Arizona and Michigan. Arizona, These two teams with very contrasting styles. Arizona's going to sit down and defend, and they're going to get the ball out, and they're going to go. Michigan, a little slower paced, a little faster pace on the defensive side. Going to try to get steals and get out. Offensively, a little methodical, going to run some sets. I think the faster offense, whoever plays at their pace is going to win this game. I think that's going to be Arizona.
All right, and the national championship. This will be played on Monday, April the 6th in Indianapolis, I believe at Lucas Oil Stadium. Houston versus Michigan is what I have. Houston out of the Big 12, Michigan out of the Big 10. Houston, the reigning national runner-ups. Michigan looking for their first national title since the mid-90s. Houston, I don't believe, has ever won a national title in college basketball. They're looking for their first. They have been one of the best teams over the last 5-6 years in college basketball, looking for that crown jewel, that achievement that they have looked for so long. Michigan, I have them back in the dance for the first time since 2018, since they lost to Villanova. This is a very compelling game. But I'm from Ohio. I do not like Michigan. I cannot pick them. Give me the Houston Cougars to win the national championship and get the win. Texas reigns supreme in the Big 12. Give me Houston.
Yeah, in my national championship, I have Duke and Arizona. Duke, been a very solid team all year. Very young team. A lot of people thinking they don't have the guard play to get it done here in March. But I think what they have outside of that is good enough to drag them to this spot, especially the coaching. And they have the best player in the country in Cam Boozer. Arizona's experienced. One of the best backcourts in the country. One of the best forwards in the country in Koa Pete. You got Big 12 Player of the Year, Jaden Bradley. And I just think, and freshman guard, Braden Burries has been their leading scorer. Great player. This team, like I said, this team defends. They could shoot the ball. They run. I think the experience in the backcourt is going to prove to be too much. I think Cam Boozer and Koa Pete match up very well. Not that they neutralize one another, but I think that's going to be a great matchup in the post. And I think Arizona is going to be too much for Duke. And Arizona being the first team from the West Coast in a very long time to win a national title.
And that's why I didn't pick them. From the West Coast, no one from the West Coast has won it since, I believe, Arizona in the 90s. So that's pretty much where I have this. You got to look at the eastern side of things. Yes, I have Houston. They're not on the West Coast. They're more middle. I mean, you kind of put them in that eastern half there. So that's why I have Houston. And then, of course, Michigan. That's where my thought process was. But that is it for our picks. Ohio State TCU will be starting here in about 15 minutes with a bunch of great basketball starting today at 12:15, all throughout the day, and tomorrow. I believe the first game tomorrow is Kentucky and Santa Clara.
It is.
You'll be glued to your couch tomorrow. We'll be glued to our couches all weekend.
I'll be glued to something.
The second round will begin Saturday and Sunday. Sweet 16 will be next Thursday and Friday. The Elite Eight will be next Saturday and Sunday. The Final Four will be on April 4th with the National Championship on April the 6th. I want to thank everyone for tuning in here today. And everyone, enjoy the games and have a great day.
Oh.
You missed it!